Hi there, my name is Jason Senga. I'm the District Operations Manager for Ministry of Highways and Infrastructure based out of La Ronge. I've been with the ministry 9 years. Um, the summer of 2015 was very significant in regard to fire activity within northern Saskatchewan. Widespread, not just in my district, but in the Meadow Lake district as well. Um, it led to a lot of road closures and uh, led to hardships for northern Saskatchewan because most of our roads are one way in, one way out. So when you shut a road down, it isolates communities, it isolates industry, um, and there is no other way in or out. So we did our best to keep northern Saskatchewan going and keeping essential services in and out, but it meant for us many hours of barricades, and when it was due safe that we could get essential supplies through, we did escorts, convoys through to keep people in northern Saskatchewan fed and watered and industry going as best we could. There was definitely uh, delays and hardships for, like, say, tourist camp operators and stuff where their guests couldn't get in and out, which led to financial hardships for those industries for sure. The main area in my district was in the Pine House area and La Ronge area. Um, these fires and smoke conditions led to the evacuation of some 14,000 people from northern Saskatchewan south, with 7,000 coming right from La Ronge. Outside of work, the fires definitely affected me. I lived without my family for 3+ weeks. I had to move my dad out of his house. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do because the fire did end up within probably 50 meters of his house. Um, Stress on myself personally, dealing with the volume of information going in and out. It probably took me till December to wind down. The fire incidents probably were done and over with by July 25th. And it was stressful times, not just for me, my men, and it's hard to go to work not knowing whether you're going to have a house to come back to. The ministry's role in dealing with fires mainly was closures and keeping the public safe. But we did do some creative thinking, and we did have a water shuttling operation within the town of La Ronge to provide water for the sprinkler system that was set up on the perimeter of La Ronge itself with the fire approaching. These sprinklers were run off tanks and not hooked to the municipal system because that water was being held in reserve in case the fire did get into town. So the ministry had 4 tandem gravel trucks set up with tanks, and they ran 24 hours a day for close to a week, and they hauled some well over 1 million liters of water a day in a 24-hour period, and they did that for close to a week. So that was kind of unique. We deal with fires every year. They cross our roads, we close them, and generally a few days later we open them. But this one um, hung around for a very long time. So the big effect, I'd say, is people are more aware of fire conditions and behavior. Again, in the spring of 2016, we had hot, dry conditions, and it being so fresh, it was definitely fresh on our minds. The Excellence Awards was nice for my guys to be recognized. They really stepped it up. They had the opportunity to leave, like, say, in Pine House when the evacuation happened, and every person in the Pine House section stayed and worked. Same with the La Ronge section. They wanted to be involved. They had nowhere to go. and they worked hard. Some of my guys did 24-hour stretches at a barricade because they were cut off and we couldn't get replacements to them. And they deserve the recognition because they did go above and beyond. And we had Arnold Nadamog, the supervisor of operations in Pinehouse, when all 3 of his CVAs were broken and we couldn't get them out to get them repaired. Put 3,500 kilometers on his own personal vehicle, shuttling people through the fires to keep people fed and watered and the mining industry going. Like, that is way, way above and beyond. So for him to be recognized, and some of the other guys, it was very nice.